the cost that you're paying per card, if you were to go to the store to buy that card, would pay triple the amount.
And it is difficult.
For sure.
Yeah, Steve, right. I mean, it's difficult to find a card that really says what you want it to say in the store. I mean, I can stand in front of the Hallmark aisle or in any store or any of the grocery stores and look. It takes me forever. But yet I can go on to send out cards and create it personally.
And there's thousands of cards to choose from.
Those
yeah,
stores
what's funny
are closing.
about that, you guys, is that there's an entertainment factor to this. I mean, you can watch guys stand in front of a card rack, and it's entertaining because they are clueless. Richard, I'm throwing you and me under the bus, buddy.
You gotcha. I'm right there with you. You know.
and seriously, you watch guys, and they're staring at this rack of cards, and they have no idea what they're looking for. And finally, they go, "I gotta pick something." So they just pick any card. Then they flip it over, and they see $4.99, $5.99, $6.99.
Yes.
If you live in Canada, $8.99, $9.99. And now they're mad because they have to do something nice for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And, with send-out cards, guys, the reason people don't send cards, because I don't think you're going to find anybody on the planet who says, no, I don't think sending cards is a good idea. Everybody thinks it's a great idea, and everybody loves to receive them. Everybody loves to send them. But the reason people don't is because, number one, it's inconvenient, and number two, it's too expensive.
Exactly.
Well, with us here at Send-Out Cards, we've completely eliminated those objections. Because with Send-Out Cards, literally, you can grab your phone, click on our app, choose one of our 20,000 cards that are already, pre-written, or you can create one on your own. You create the card, add pictures. Like Ann said, you can even do it in your own handwriting, and you hit send. And Send-Out Cards will print it, stuff it, stamp it, and mail it for you. Okay, the cards are like $1.17 each plus postage, and you can send that card in less than a minute. Less than a minute. So when you see people, happy birthday to Mary Smith who's on Facebook, you go, oh my gosh, I forgot Mary's birthday. You grab your phone, you grab your computer, you send Mary a card. She's going to get it a few days after her birthday, but who cares? You sent a greeting card.
That is so spot on, Steve, because I know myself. We have 8 grandchildren between us. Richard and I do, and 7 children between us, and then our 8 grandbabies. But there's a birthday or something happening every month between anniversaries and birthdays and whatever.
Yeah.
But so my favorite part of this system is the alerts.
Yes, reminders.
It's just that you do have to take the time to get everything entered into there, though, right? To make sure you get the alerts so you have everybody in there. But the system not only works, as you said, for personal. I know, Toni, you said you use it for personal and business. What are some of the best features that you have found for your business in the real estate market?
I use it after I close on a property. About 6 weeks after we close, 4 to 6 weeks, the new owner will get their deed in the mail. So I send them a reminder to do their homestead.
Oh,
and when I
great
send
idea.
that, I usually send it with a couple brownies.
Oh, the brownies are to die for.
I mean, really, the cost for a card and 2 brownies is what you would pay to go buy a card at the store.
Yeah, and they're getting
right.
something special.
And they're getting something in the mail. So I send that out to remind them. It's about 4 to 6 weeks after they close. So that's kind of like a first touch after closing, that they get something from me after the sale. And then I send them anniversary cards every year.
Wow.
There's so many cards to choose from on Send Out Cards. You won't go wrong, in finding a card.
Mm-hmm. So, Ann, I guess it's the best touch system there is for follow-up then, right?
Definitely the best touch system. And what's so exciting now is that we have our phones with us all the time. Who doesn't have their phones right in their pockets or in their purse? And you can take a picture right then and there. You've met somebody at a networking group. Take their picture, send them a card, send them some brownies. Boom, it's done. It's already on its way before you even get home from the networking group.
I include a picture on my post-closing cards of them in front of the house. I just started doing that. So I take a picture the day of closing.
How special.
A lot of people, I say I'm not using this for social media, and they're like happy about that. They don't want me to post them all over the place. Mm-hmm. But I say, but you'll see what I do with it. And they get the picture in their card, 4 to 6 weeks after closing. So that's a nice extra touch.
Now that's a framing card.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's what happens, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what happens, Toni. When somebody closes on a house and you take a picture of them standing out in front of it and you send them that card, I promise you that you walk back into that house after they've received that card, they'll have it on display.
Right.
And Richard, that kind of plays right into your most favorite word of all.
Being rememberable.
Yes.
Which is not a word, which is why I use it.
It's his word.
Yeah, it's Richard's word.
But that's what he's all about, is how can you stand out? I mean, we live with so much clutter out there because, especially those of us in business, yes, there's social media and you do need to use it, but you need to use it effectively. But so many individuals, and I have been very guilty of it, you kind of you cheat. You start getting lazy and you just start sending emails and you start just posting on social media, happy birthday. But I think it's just a phenomenal tool to be able to use a system like Send Out Cards to just really stand out and be, and it helps brand yourself as well as someone that does care.
Yes, and you can put the branding on the back of your card.
Oh, that's right, for the business. Yes, you can. Because that's one of the first things I noticed, Steve, when I set up the system, that I could send them out personal and I could change my name and my address for my personal. Then if I wanted to make it for business, I could go ahead and change it out and make it for my business. And I think that is so, it just makes it simple, makes life simple, because we have so much stuff going on.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And you hit it right on the head. In today's very competitive world, because of social media, you have to stay top of mind. You've got to stay top of mind. And with the system that Send Out Cards provides, you absolutely will stay top of mind. But there's a catch to it. And Richard and Cheri, I know you guys teach this all the time. What you don't want to do on social media is sell people. You can't sell on social media. And so you can't get on social media and say, come to this and buy this and da-da-da. No. You share things on social media. Well, we say the same thing about our greeting cards. We say, listen, guys, when you're sending cards to your clients, 80% of the time, build relationships. 80% of the time, send a card that doesn't say anything. I mean, you can have your branding on the back, but send a card that just says, hey, thinking about you, Christmas in July type of thing. 80% of the time you build relationships, 20% of the time you spend marketing. And a lot of people get that mixed up. A lot of times people are like, oh, no, they just market, and it just turns people off.
Oh, Steve, yesterday you posted something. Well, I saw you on Facebook, and you said that August is Happy Month. Tell them what we're doing.
Well, I'll tell you what. This came from a distributor that lives on Vancouver Island, and it's funny, guys, because if you Google, what, like a month of the year, say, Google August, and every single day there's something going on. Like the other day, it was Take an Alien to Lunch Day. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous stuff. And one of our distributors, she said to me, she goes, hey, did you know that August is Happiness Month? And I'm like, hey, I don't know if you're making that up or not, but even if you are making it up, let's say it's true. And she said, no, it is true. So I got on Facebook the other day. I threw a video yesterday morning, and I said, all right, you guys, listen. August is Happiness Month. And what we do here at Send Out Cards is we spread joy. We spread happiness. And so I challenged everybody to send one big card. Now, not one of those little 5x7 cards that we have that we normally get. Send a great big card. All right, send a big card to 31 people. One big card for every day of the month to somebody who's not in Send Out Cards. They're not a customer. They're not a distributor of ours. But we want them to feel the power and the value of getting a great big card in the mail. So I put that challenge out to every one of our customers and our distributors, and the big cards are flying out of our company this morning. People said, okay, Steve, I'm taking that challenge. And so people are sending these great big cards, and we can personalize them. And I promise you this, when people go to their mailbox and they get that big envelope that says, do not bend on it, and sometimes the Postal Service is going to have to deliver to the front door, they're going to look at that and go, what is this? And that's going to be the first thing that they open, right? And I promise you, they're going to put a smile on their face, and whoever sent them that card is going to get a phone call that says, how did you do that? How did you were you stalking me on Facebook?
Absolutely so. It's a term I use. It's called disruptive marketing. And what it is,
stealing that from you. I
love that. Go ahead. It's we're all programmed to act and react in certain ways, in certain times, certain events, on all that stuff. And anytime you step out of that norm. You're disrupting the mental energy that goes around in somebody, and that's what makes it stand out. That's what makes it memorable, and allows you to grow your business over time.
Absolutely.
Richard, that's funny that you say that, because we mention that a lot. Everybody kind of expects what? They expect the thank you note, they expect the birthday card, they expect the holiday card. But if you can send the unexpected card, and that's the disruption that you're talking about there, Richard.
Absolutely.
That's what keeps you top of mind. That's what will keep you top of mind and really cement those relationships. Because business owners, they're always worried about the new customer. We got to go get some new customers. It's like, no. Take care of the customers you already have. Send them unexpected cards. Make sure that you're top of mind in their eyes. They will send you more referrals than you probably can possibly handle.
Absolutely. So, I mean, this isn't something new. This isn't something I just came up with off the top of my head. I mean, you look at what did Netflix do to the movie business? What did iTunes do to their business, the music business, and radio, all of that type of stuff. And that's what Send Out Cards is doing to the card business. Sorry about that, Hallmark. I mean, you got some great stuff, but
no, it's definitely a unique system, and I know that myself. Anytime I've sent a client a card, when I first used the system years ago, I was very much into the habit of sending out cards, and I have been coaching with Anne because I am going to be becoming that person again, because you do get kind of caught up into the crazy world and wearing a lot of hats as entrepreneurs do. And the one thing I realized I was not doing any longer was keeping in touch with those clients that I have serviced, or even family members. They're all over the United States. So using a system like this really can help you to just be remembered by them, as well as let them know that you're thinking of them. And I think that's really special. An email does not do that.
No.
An email does not.
There's
And
no
a high
emotion,
on,
no.
and a high on Facebook really doesn't do that. But blending all of the items together, all of these marketing pieces together, and to me, sending that personal note is very much something that I want to do more of. I know we had a very special guest, and Steve, you may have met him or have heard of Bob Berg. He wrote The Go-Giver. He is based out of the West Palm area here in Jupiter area in Florida, but he actually was on our show a little over a year ago, and he does all his own handwritten notes. Mm-hmm. And I was just felt very special when I received that in the mail. So it is something that, when I know my own behavior when I receive something, so I want to put that smile on other people's faces as well. And so Anne, for our listeners today that would love to be able to tap in and find out how they too can do this, how can they get a hold of you? How can they send a card, or maybe a sample card? Where can they contact you at?
Well, they can go to sendoutcards.com/Anne Stone, and they can send a free card on my account.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. A free card. And that's Send Out Cards.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, Steve. I like that.
Send one of those big cards, okay?
I'll get an email from Ann tomorrow going, could you please replenish my account?
Well, I know that Toni has told me that all of her business is from referrals. And I know that's because she really cares about her clients and loves selling houses and putting them in their special place that they want to be. But she's also following up with the Send Out Card system. And I know that really helps you to get the referrals, too.
It does. And I get as much joy sending them as they get receiving them, because when the anniversary comes up and I get that little reminder to send them a card, I relive the closing. I get to think about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, has it been 2 years already, or has it been a year already? Because what I do in their profile where it says anniversary, I put the anniversary of the house sale.
Oh, wow. That's
my
really
reminder.
Unique. Yeah.
Right. And it really, really gives me as much joy sending it as them. And, Ann, on the free card that they're going to send from your website,
yes,
they should send it to themselves. Because I sent myself a card one time. I wanted to see the quality. I wanted to see how my business card looked on there. I wanted to make sure what my clients were getting was, looking good. And I was so impressed with that when I got it in the mail. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what they're getting. It's a glossy card. It's a nice card. I mean, you just can't go wrong with it.
I would suggest that you send it to yourself